Hello students, my name is Dev Pandya. As you all know that nowadays we are going through this COVID-19 crisis, so because of this everybody should stay home and be safe with your family. So standard 7th English grammar chapter 10 active and passive voice. As you all know that I am going through the examples, some of the examples of this chapter and definitions of this chapter. So after completing this you have to complete all the exercises like brain twisters and activity zone in your notebook, and you have to send it over me on WhatsApp. So the first definition of this active and passive voice we can go through, that the form of a verb that shows whether the subject of a sentence does an action or has an action done on it is called voice. Now a transitive verb, a verb which has an object, has two voices, active voice and passive voice, right? So a verb is in active voice when its form shows that the person or thing denoted by the subject does something or is the doer of an action. For example, the hunter shot the tiger. So that is active voice. Now the hunter is on the first place and he shot the tiger. Now the second one is the tiger was shot by the hunter. Now the tiger is on the first place and hunter is on the last place. So that would be passive voice. This is the formation, like how we can form this active voice and passive voice. We have these points here. So the first point is a verb is in the passive voice when its form shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subject. The first sentence is in active voice because the hunter, for example, the subject does the action of shooting a tiger. So that would be in active voice. Now the second sentence is in passive voice because the subject, for example, the tiger, this one, receives the action of being shot. So it is usual to use active voice, but sometimes the person or thing in the brackets that performs the action is unknown or is unimportant or is vague. In such cases we use passive voice. Next page. Now in the next page we should remember that active or passive voice depends on the expression of a verb. Yet when a verb is expressed in the passive voice, the form of the whole sentence is changed. Let us compare the two forms to understand that changes take place. Now here is the formation, how we can form the active voice and passive voice. This is very simple thing, like Vivek shut the door. Okay, the door was shut by Vivek. The first sentence is active voice, Vivek shut the door, and second is the passive voice. So in the passive voice, if we have to convert active voice into passive voice, so we have to keep Vivek on the last and the door would be on the first place. That would be the object and the active subject is Vivek. So the active object, the door, this one has become the passive subject. Understand? What would be the active object? The door has become the passive subject and the active subject Vivek has become the passive object. Which is the subject here that becomes object in the passive voice? Which is the object here that becomes the subject of the passive voice? That would be the difference of this active voice and passive voice, that we can, how we can form this one. So the active, from here we can start that, and we have used the preposition by. This is by before it. So however, if this subject is not important, we may omit it. For example, somebody wants Anuba on the telephone. That would be active voice. Anuba is wanted on the telephone. That would be passive voice. Like the words by somebody are omitted in this. Okay. So third point is an appropriate form of the verb be was in the brackets has been used followed by the past participle form of the verb shut in the brackets. Now the next point is, while changing sentences from active into passive voice, we have to be careful about the use of personal pronouns, right? For example, Atul informed him. So that is active voice. Objective form of the pronoun is he. Okay. On the next page we have that he was informed by Atul. So that is passive voice. So subjective form of the pronoun is he. Okay. So the object or the subject may be a long phrase instead of a single word, but when the sentence in the active voice is rewritten in the passive voice, the whole phrase will change its position. For example, the parents of all the prize winning students attended the function. So that is active voice. How we can frame passive? The function would be on the first place, that the function was attended by the parents of all the prize winning students. That would be in passive voice. We can write in the both the way, like when the verb in the active voice takes two objects, there are two forms in the passive voice. What is that? So for example, we have your aunt teaches us English. That is active voice. So us is indirect speech, that is converted into we, and English is right here, that is a direct object, like we are taught English by your aunt. So English is taught to us by your aunt, that is passive voice. So the first form is preferred, and active verbs founded by prepositions are retained when they are changed into passive voice. For example, we have here that he did not care for me, that is active voice. So instead of me, I was not cared for by him, that is passive voice. So when interrogative sentences are changed into passive voice, they retain their interrogative form. For example, do you obey your parents? That is active voice. We can convert into passive, like are your parents obeyed by you? That is passive voice. Next page. Like in the next page we have a table. Now carefully you have to study the table, like note that changes from active voice into the passive voice. Like this is present, active voice and passive voice. This is the formation, how we can form these sentences. Like you have to write this table in your notebook, you have to draw a table in your notebook, and you have to understand, you have to learn this table, that how it's formed. So in simple tense, he reads a book is read by him. Now in this, root form of the verb sometimes with s or es, reads or does. We can add that also. So in is or am on the passive voice plus past participle form of verb, like is read or are kept. Like this only we have a continuous, present continuous tense. So he is reading a book, so that would be a continuous thing. So is or am, this is the formation, is or am plus ing form of the verb. Like in this, what we can write? A book is being read by him, like that. So in present perfect tense, how we can write? He has read a book. In passive voice, a book has been read by him. So that would be a formation of this. So you have to write this formation, and you have to learn this, because this is the main thing, like in how we can write in present simple tense and continuous tense and perfect tense. So like that only we have here a past simple past tense, past continuous tense and past perfect tense. So in this also we have this active voice and passive voice. These are the formations. You have to write this table in your notebook. I am also sending you the scanned copy of this chapter, so you have to write this. I am not going through this, I am going through the examples of the next thing. So that would be a future. So we have three things here, like present, past and future tense. So these are the formations. You have to write it in your notebook. So So after that we have a note here, like in perfect continuous tense, how we can form that, like this is the definition of this. So verb in the present continuous or perfect continuous tense cannot be expressed in the passive voice. Like we have a modal auxiliaries like this. These are the modal auxiliaries like can, could, may, might, should, would, must or ought to. For example, may God bless you with good health. So that is active voice. And may God be blessed with good health. So that is passive voice. So in active voice, the auxiliary plus root form of the verb should obey. Like in the passive voice, the auxiliary plus be plus past participle form of the verb should be obeyed. Now after that we have commands. Now what are the commands? For example, sell this bicycle off. Now that is active voice. And after that what we have, let this bicycle be sold off. So that is passive voice. Or the bicycle should be sold off. That is also a passive voice. So in the active voice, the sentence begins with the root form of the verb sell. This one, S-E-L-L, sell this bicycle off. And after that, in the passive voice, let plus object plus be plus past participle form of the verb. Now let plus object plus be plus past participle of the verb like sell, sold. And after that we have a object plus should be plus past participle form of the verb. Object plus should be and past participle of the verb sold. That would be also in the passive voice. Like sentences beginning with let. For example, let us go out for a walk. That would be a active voice. Then it is suggested that we should go out for a walk. That would be passive voice. So in active voice, let plus the infinitive without to, let take, let forget. So this is like this, you can learn this also. Passive voice, let plus be plus past participle form of the verb let be taken or let be forgotten. So at the last we have a fact file and summary. A transitive verb has two voices, active voice and passive voice. Second point, when the subject of a verb also performs the action named in the verb is said to be in the active voice. Now when the subject of a verb receives the action named in the verb is said to be in the passive voice. Learn these definitions and after that you have to complete all the work in your notebook. Thank you.